Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time that you're watching me, my name is Kelly Marsh. All of my social media and website details will be in the description box below. I do offer one-to-one private readings, events, psychic parties and spiritual development courses. So if you're looking for any of that, you know where to go. Now today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading for those of you that want to know if your ex still thinks about you, or somebody that you've been with in the past that as I'm saying this, you're going to think of who they are. It's going to be somebody that's significant. Now please remember this is a general reading and it won't resonate with all of you, but it will resonate with some of you. Now as you look at the cards before you, I want you to think of your person from your past that you're thinking about. The screen is going to change and I will direct you what you need to do. Hello everyone. I'd like you to take a moment just to look at the three piles in front of you. Think of the person that you want to know about. Which pile is calling to you the most? The pile on the left with the red heart is pile 1. The pile in the middle with the blue heart is pile 2. The pile to the right with the sort of flowers on, that's pile 3. Mind? And if you look in the description box below, there will be the timestamps for your reading. Now for those of you that picked pile 1, we shall be going with you first. I will lay the cards to get an energy check of what's going on. Okay. Now, those of you that picked pile 1, it feels for me that when the situation ended, it was, you know, when somebody leaves somebody else and they don't really want to do it. I feel that either you or this other person had to break away from this situation and they didn't want to. I feel that the other person had to break away because it was becoming unhealthy and it felt that in that moment the connection could no longer continue. And as heartbreaking as it felt, and it may still feel for you, I feel that that was needed in that time. Now the first card that's come out for you says, my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So this card tells me that this person that you're thinking about, there is this really strong connection between you. Now there's a variety of different names that are thrown around in the spiritual community, such as twin flames, soulmates. There's probably more. I don't really know too much about them in depth, but what I can say is this feels like a soul connection for you guys. It feels like, you know, when you meet someone you think, God, I've known you before, this feels too good. It feels, it can build up really quickly and it can feel, it feels like home. That's how it feels when you're with this person or when you're connected with this person. That's why you can't let go. That's why they're still in there. Now, I do feel for the both of you that there was a time of transformation. I'm not feeling there's any imminent getting back together. I don't feel there's any imminent connection, but I do feel that you're as much on their mind as they are on yours. Now, legend has it that if you think of somebody, they're already thinking of you. And if you dream of somebody, they're dreaming of you also. So, you know, that's a lovely idea. Whether there's any truth behind it, I'll leave that to you guys to figure it out. Now, your relationship with one another is about to deepen, and I think that love will conquer and transform all things. Now, this doesn't mean to me that you're going to get back together and you're going to fall madly in love and you're going to become prince and princess, or prince and prince, or princess and princess, whichever way round it fits for you. But this is letting me know that it is a time of transformation, and I feel should you guys reconnect, it is a case of you need to do the healing before. It feels very bittersweet to me. It feels a sadness. And again, okay, we've got the past life connection. So you guys have been together before. This is a past life relationship that you're dealing with pile number 1. You guys have known each other before. That's why you fit together. You know, they kind of show me like a jigsaw. You know, when two pieces are just smoothly together. And I feel this with you. I feel that I've lost part of me. And I think that's how you guys are feeling that are thinking about people for pile number 1. You've lost part of your body. You know, if you was to lose a limb, you'd never be the same again. And I think that's how this impact has had on you. Now, I do feel with you that, some of you may have been coming to the part of engagement with this significant person. Some of you may have been moving ahead in the relationship too fast, because it feels like it's speeded up really quickly and then it feels like it was cut. And I feel like it's literally two doors shut. But it feels like there's two people hurting on both sides of the doors. So, for example, if you guys had just a major and it was ended really badly, both of you were still hurting. One of you may have felt the other one wasn't hurting, but they most definitely was. It feels raw still. Now, I do feel with this other person, they've had to master their emotions. They've had to hide them somewhat. And I do feel that that's why at some points they may have been cut off. They may have been cold. But don't make excuses if there was any bad behaviour, because that can never be excused. But it does feel for me that they was the one that was able to cut off a bit better. They was the one that was, I don't want to say move on, because you're still on their thoughts. So if you're still on their thoughts, they've not fully moved on. So this is telling me that they had to get a bit cold in the heart because they knew the situation was, in this moment, going nowhere. Now, though I'm not feeling a connection, I do feel that they still think about you. And I think that if you was to move forward, it's not going to be together in this moment. That doesn't mean a few years down the line there's not that chance of reconnection. I kind of read a year ahead, I go with that. But I feel with you, those of you in pile 1, I'm not feeling a reconnection within the next year. I'm not feeling there's a need to reconnect. I feel that they kind of show me it's a case of when you meet somebody else, or when somebody else that ticks all those boxes, you will let this go, but I think it will always hold a soft spot in your heart. And the same for them. Some of you may reconnect, some of you may, sort things out. But I think if you do that soon, you're not going to have fixed the problems that were originally there that caused the split in the first place. If this has resonated with you, pile 1, please let me know in the comments. Remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel, please. For those of you that picked pile 2, this is your reading. We're having a look if that person that you're thinking about still thinks about you, and if they're still on your mind or you're on theirs. Okay, so this one's a nice one. Straight out the back, this one is your soulmate. Now, with the first one, we had a similar feeling. Now, I did explain with pile 1 that there's lots of different connections that we have in the spiritual community, which is twin flame, soulmates, contracts, this, that, and whatever. There's loads of different names that are put to it. But for me, it's more of a connection that you know. So pile 1, they got that, and you're also getting that. But yours feels much more positive. Your one, now this person is in your past. That's how we're looking at it. You've split for some reason, or you've lost contact, or they're no longer in communication with you. It could be a case of there was majors, it could be a case of there was nothing going on. But this one is showing me that it's time to wait. I don't want to force this issue. I think if you force it, it's going to backfire. So, if you suddenly start inboxing them and you're like, hi, it's going to be too. So you're to wait, don't rush into it, and allow nature to take its course. That's that one. So like a tree, the roots must grow, and that's the same with this. You've got to allow this connection to get stronger. You can't force it or make it happen overnight. You can't make that person reconnect with you. It's just not physically possible. Balance is needed here, because love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So this shows me for you guys, there may have been a meeting of minds. There may have been, they show me like two people at loggerheads, ramming of heads. It could be a case of you guys had a falling out and you're both as stubborn as each other to reconnect. But it feels good to me. It feels positive. I do feel that you or this other person will reach out to each other. I want to say allow this other person to reach out to you. Because I think if you reach out to them, they're still in that stubborn box. They're still in that stubborn mood, and it's not going to go too well. So I think you need to wait for them. And it's important right now to take a step back. There we go. And spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is time to give to yourself. There you go. So if those 3 cards don't spell it out to you, I don't know what's going to be pile 2. So they're letting me know that this could be the one for you, and you've already met them and they are your romantic life partner. I do feel for you that this is a time to be apart from one another. They're also your soulmate. I think that you called in for them. I think that you pined for them also. And having this gap in time between you hurts like hell. And it does the same for them. But they're being so stubborn and pig-headed at the moment that there's nothing you can do. Allow it. Allow the time to pass. Because what's meant for you will never pass you by. If they are your soulmate, if they are your one, nobody else will compare to you. Okay? So I think once you allow this time to kind of heal and move forward, it has the opportunity to blossom. I do feel the reconnection will be from their part and not from you. You need to allow them to step forward for you. There's lots of moving on at the moment, lots of healings going on because we've got that one moving on. And I think from that, you know, I'm not taking that they're moving on from you. I'm taking that they're moving on from this situation. There's lots of lessons being learned, lots of healings. Now, as I'm saying that, I do feel that, you know, Spirit are kind of showing me that you may have hurt this person's pride. And when we hurt someone's pride, especially if it's male, they literally dig their head in the sand like an emu. You know, there may be some females like that. I don't know, I've not experienced it, but I know, you know, firsthand with any male experience from the past, if you hurt their pride, it's not good. You know, it takes them a while to get over it. So again, this person is in a time of healing. All in all, pile 2, this feels positive for me. I do feel that you're as much on this person's mind as they are on yours. I do feel that there's a piling and there will be a reconnection, but I also feel you need to allow them to go through this stage of healing and then reconnect to you themselves. If this has resonated with you, please remember to leave me a comment in the comment section. Remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel to get further Remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you wish to be notified of future videos. For those of you that picked pile 3, this is your reading. Now the question that we asked is if you're still on their mind. And we're going to have a little look to see what we're getting. Okay, right, so this one, I want to go straight out of the bag. I want to go straight to the point with you guys. And I think the main issue with this connection with this person from your past is going to have something to do with children. Either they've got children and you don't, and you know that caused a divide. You may have both had children and there was arguments about it altogether. Could have been your own children that you both couldn't, you know, work off the same page with. Or it could be a case of you wanted children and they didn't. You know, there's a variety of different options that come with this one. But children and control issues are like kicking me right in the face from pile 3. So it's saying that the love life that you would have had with this person was big and heavily affected by children. Could be the indecision, like I said, you know, there's a variety. Now, you need to allow the control to cease on this, because I think with you, maybe you're being a little bit controlling. As I'm saying that, I don't know if you're stalking this person a little bit on social media, but my main concern would be for your own mental health with that, because sometimes we look at something and we don't want to see it, because as I'm saying that, Spirit showed me, you know, when you've split from someone and they've moved on and you see that they're in a new relationship, you don't want to see it, but you look and then it hurts like hell. That's what I'm feeling with this. Do not check them out on social media. Do not have a look what they're up to, because it feels to me, the people that jump straight into relationships after one's finished and they blast it all over social media, oh, I've met the one, this, that and whatever, it's rubbish. They're talking crap. People don't move on that quick. If anybody has feelings for you, it will take them time to heal. You don't just move on like that, and that is fact. Anybody that moves on really quickly has already been weighing that person up before, or they're just not over you. So what happens is that, you know, they kind of say you got to get under somebody else to get over someone, but I think a lot of people do that in a bad way. They do it in a sense of, I don't want to deal with these emotions, so I'm literally just going to move on to somebody else and cause more damage. You know, it's like a cycle of damaged people. So I feel with you, make sure that you're not checking out this person on social media. That's what's coming through for me first and foremost. This is kicking you right in the stomach. I feel sick. I feel like this person has possibly moved on. I feel like this person is maybe, you know, putting it out there that they're loving the single life, that they're much better without you, whatever. And I just feel like I want to say to them, do you know what? You go do what you need to do, but in this moment, allow me time to heal. It makes me feel angry. It makes me feel sick. And it's that feeling of, you know, when you wake up and you think about them, when you go to sleep and you think about them, and sometimes you might wake up and you think, and then you remember and you're like, oh God, you know, that proper heartbroken stage. That's what I'm feeling with that. It's hitting you guys in the solar plexus and it's hitting you bad. it feels I need to breathe. I need to breathe through this because I cannot escape my thoughts with you in pile 3. Now, I do feel that you need to really get some clarity on the situation. You need to check out if this person was really bringing what you wanted, if they were ticking all those boxes, or if you were just with them because you didn't want to be alone. That's natural. A lot of people do that, but it's not healthy. It's good to spend some time alone. It's good to be okay in your own company. Now, this card is showing me you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. So with you guys, this is just telling me that you're going through that heartbreak stage. You're going through that stage of, oh, I just want them back to take this pain away. But it's like, don't. It's like I need to shake you and go, don't. You can't see the toxic patterns that was happening here. And I just want to wake you up. That's how it feels to me. And again, this may not resonate with all of you, but there is going to be a handful of you that this is going to hit deep. And you're going to think, shit, this reading is literally aimed at me. And, you know, if there's only one person that watches this and it resonates with them, then that's my job done. It is, you know, I'm done. Tick, there we go, good person. So this last card that's coming through for you is letting you know that criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship may transform. Now, this is just telling me that you guys are at each other, or somebody is saying some nasty words to the other ones, because all these cards together, it just makes me feel ill. It makes me feel, oh, drama, heartbreak, you know, possibly even deception and infidelity, maybe like flagging up here. There's definitely some narcissistic traits that are seeping through. And I just feel like, you know, when you just pop your head off. I was watching The Wizard of Oz Return to Oz earlier, and the lady takes her head off. With this, that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, I want to take my head off so I can have a break from it. Don't take your head off. That's just like a, you know, a thing for me to describe it for you for. Because I feel like I need to escape my thoughts. With time and healing, you will get past this pattern and you will get through this. I know, firsthand, I know. It hurts like hell, but you will make it out the other side, I promise you. But the thing is, if you go back to what broke you, how are things going to change? Yeah. So with you guys, I feel it's definitely a time of healing. That was a heavy one for me, okay? And it brought up a lot of previous memories in my own life that I've been through. So again, it was like flashback season. But, you know, it's important that you hear those messages. And I think it's important that you hear them from somebody that you don't know. Because, you know, there's no judgment, there's no criticism. I've got no ulterior motive to whether you get back with that person or not. But seeing it from my side, it feels unhealthy to me. It feels it's not for your highest good. So pile 3, if that has resonated with you, please let me know in the comment section. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel if you would like to be notified of any future videos. Have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves.